There's a problem with all of these videos. Do you see what it is? They're all upside down. I mean, think about it. When you're playing guitar, this is what you see, not this. You see the high E string at the top with the bridge to the right. But most guitar lessons are filmed like this, with the high E string at the bottom and the bridge to the left. This makes it really hard to follow along with the lesson because your brain essentially has to mirror and flip the image that you're seeing in order to figure out what notes are being played. That's why guitar lessons should really be filmed in POV, where the image that you see is identical to what you see at the player and your brain doesn't have to do any extra work. Like, let's do an experiment. Which one of these feels easier to learn? And to make it a little harder, here's one where I just play some random notes. Didn't have an archtop on hand, unfortunately. Now I don't know about you, but when I see POV guitar footage, I feel like I can just play it. Like I can see the scales overlaid on top of the fretboard. I can see the chords that are being played. I can imagine myself playing it. But for guitar footage filmed in the more traditional camera angle, wow, it feels a little more something like this. And you can tell me if this looks familiar. Ninth fret, B string, 2, 9, 10, 2, 11th fret, D, G, B, 2, U, D, G, B, 10, 9, 10, 11, to 12th fret. I mean, it is excruciatingly slow and painful to play. And granted, in guitar lessons, they do narrate the notes that they're playing, but it always feels just as slow as trying to figure out the notes yourself. I mean, someone narrating the notes to you is just a less efficient version of tabs. It would really be useful if you could also use your eyes to see what's being played and learn that way. And I think the absurdity of recording guitar lessons upside down becomes all the more apparent when you look at the piano. I mean, without having ever played piano before, how do you think piano lessons are filmed? Like this? Like this? Like this? Or like this? Probably like this, right? Because why would it be anything else? I mean, it would be ridiculous if a piano lesson were filmed upside down. In fact, even if you've never played piano before, you can almost certainly watch this video and be able to replicate it. But if I were to flip the camera upside down and play a similarly easy tune, it suddenly feels much harder to learn. Although, try flipping your screen upside down and see how much easier it gets. And despite the ridiculousness of filming a piano lesson upside down, that's exactly what we do for guitar. And so why is that? Well, number one, it's just kind of hard to film guitar in POV. I mean, look at what I had to do. You'd really want like a GoPro or something like that. But number two, it's just sort of the way that it's always been done. And so I don't think the people who make guitar lessons usually consider the alternative of filming in POV. And so what can you do about it? Well, for learning songs, there are actually some song covers on YouTube that are filmed in POV. So you can just search up your song name, POV, on YouTube. Otherwise, some alternatives are using tabs or trying to learn the song by ear. For guitar courses, they're generally all filmed in the traditional camera angle, so you don't really have any options there. You can try flipping your screen upside down. It does help, but it's not quite the same as POV, just because the angle is wrong. But the real solution to all of this is really for guitar teachers to start filming their lessons in POV. And I'm certainly not saying that you shouldn't use guitar lessons filmed in a traditional camera angle. Online guitar lessons are a great resource, and I wouldn't be here without them. All I'm saying is that they would be a lot better if they were just filmed in POV.